Gender inequality in the school context, access and participation, gender stereotype role assignments, curriculum and textbooks, inadequate gender sensitive facilities, teachers' preferential treatment, sexual abuse in school, page 7, B, Odisha B.Ed and Education Honours. Gender inequality in the school context. 1. Introduction. Schools are not just centers of learning, they are social institutions that reflect and reproduce the values, beliefs, and power structures of society. One of the most deeply rooted and concerning inequalities that schools perpetuate is gender inequality. Despite the constitutional commitment to gender equality and multiple national policies like the National Education Policy 2020, schools often remain sites where girls and other gender minorities face barriers to access, participation, recognition, and safety. These inequalities not only harm the individual but also have a long term impact on the quality of education and the development of a just society. 2. Gender inequality in school context. Key areas. Let's examine how gender inequality manifests in schools through various dimensions. 1. Access and participation. What it means. Gender inequality begins with the denial or limitation of access to school, especially for girls and marginalized genders. Key problems. Poverty leads to boys being prioritized for education. Early marriage or domestic duties restrict girls' schooling. Distance and unsafe routes to schools discourage female attendance. Disabled girls, transgender students, and menstruating girls face additional barriers. Effects. High dropout rate among girls after primary or middle school. Gender imbalance in classrooms, particularly in STEM subjects. Example. In rural Odisha, a girl may stop going to school after class 6 because her family needs her for domestic chores. According to UDI's 2022 data, enrollment of girls drops significantly at the secondary level in many districts of India. 2. Gender stereotype role assignments. What it means. Stereotypes about what boys and girls should do shape their learning experiences and opportunities. Key problems. Girls are encouraged to choose arts and humanities, not science or math. Boys are pushed towards sports, leadership, and competitive exams. Girls are praised for being obedient and quiet, boys for being active and assertive. Effects. Limits career options and self-confidence of students. Reinforces the idea that men are leaders and women are followers. Example. Teachers assigning cleaning tasks to girls and heavy lifting to boys reinforces fixed gender roles. Psychological studies show that stereotype threat reduces performance in girls in STEM subjects. 3. Curriculum and textbooks. What it means. The content and language of textbooks can either challenge or reinforce gender inequality. Key problems. Most heroes, scientists, leaders, inventors in books are men. Women, if shown, are usually cooking, cleaning, or nurturing. Gender-neutral language is rare. He is used as the default pronoun. Effects. Students internalize limited gender roles. Girls feel underrepresented, reducing aspiration and identity development. Example. A Class 5 EVS book might describe only male doctors and female nurses, promoting professional gender bias. ENSER textbook reviews reveal that women were mentioned only in 25% of professional examples. 4. Inadequate gender-sensitive facilities. What it means. Schools often lack infrastructure that considers the physical and emotional needs of girls and gender-diverse students. Key problems. Lack of separate, safe toilets for girls. No provision for menstrual hygiene management. Absence of ramps and seating for disabled girls. No gender-neutral toilets for transgender students. Effects. Girls drop out during menstruation or avoid school. Transgender students face exclusion and ridicule. Schools become unsafe and uncomfortable for many. Example: a girl avoids school during her period because there's no dustbin or water in the toilet. UNICEF found that more than 1 in 3 girls in India miss school during menstruation due to inadequate facilities. 5. Teachers' preferential treatment. What it means: teachers may unintentionally show bias in interaction, praise, punishment, or expectations based on gender. Key problems: boys are given more attention in class discussions and problem solving. Girls are expected to be neat, calm, and less outspoken. Boys' misbehavior is tolerated more than girls. Effects: boys may dominate the classroom. Girls become less confident, less participative. Reinforces submissive behavior in girls and dominance in boys. Example: a teacher frequently asks boys to solve math problems on the board, assuming they're better at it. Teacher bias is often unconscious but deeply influential, especially in formative years. 6. Sexual abuse in school. What it means: sexual harassment, abuse, and bullying, verbal, physical, or emotional, are forms of violence that violate students' rights. Key problems: harassment by peers, seniors, staff, or teachers. Lack of safe reporting mechanisms. Fear of shame or disbelief prevents victims from speaking up. LGBTQ+ students are especially vulnerable to bullying and abuse. Effects: causes trauma, depression, and fear in students. Leads to dropouts, poor performance, or suicidal thoughts. Violates child rights and safety standards. Example: a girl is harassed by a male staff member but is told to ignore it rather than being offered protection. POCSO Act 2012 mandates child-friendly reporting and investigation of sexual abuse in schools. 3. Comprehensive table summary. Area. Nature of inequality. Effects. Access and participation. Girls denied schooling due to poverty, menstruation, early marriage. High dropout rates. Role assignments. Gender-specific tasks and career suggestions. Limits aspirations. Curriculum and textbooks. Male-centric narratives, female invisibility. Gender bias in learning. Facilities. Poor toilets, no hygiene support. Absenteeism, health issues. Teacher bias. Unequal praise and opportunities. Low self-esteem in girls. Sexual abuse. Harassment by staff peers. Trauma, school abandonment. 4. Educational interventions to promote gender equality. Strategy. Actions. Inclusive curriculum. Integrate stories of women leaders, social reformers. Gender-sensitive training. Train teachers on unconscious bias and gender-responsive pedagogy. Infrastructure support. Build separate toilets, pad dispensers, gender-neutral spaces. Equal participation. Involve girls in sports, leadership, science exhibitions. Safety protocols. Create child protection cells, complaint boxes, awareness workshops. Counseling services. Provide gender-sensitive counselors for students. Peer education. Promote student-led gender clubs to raise awareness. 5. Role of teachers and schools. Teachers play a critical role in dismantling gender inequality in schools. Use inclusive language and avoid stereotypes. Ensure equal participation in classroom activities. Share stories of women achievers and gender diverse role models. Create a safe space for students to report harassment. Involve community and parents in gender awareness programs. 6. Legal and policy framework. Right to Education (RTE) Act 2009 ensures free education for all children. National Education Policy (NEP) 2020 emphasizes inclusive and equitable education. POCSO Act 2012 protects children from sexual offenses. Beti Bachao Beti Padhao scheme promotes girl-child education and empowerment. 7. Conclusion. Gender inequality in schools reflects and reinforces the inequalities of the larger society. It affects not just the academic outcomes of students, but also their self-worth, dreams, and futures. Addressing these challenges requires a multi-pronged approach involving policy changes, teacher sensitization, curriculum reform, and student empowerment.